What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Durkee Chan fragrance comparison video. I love doing fragrance comparison videos for y'all, so drop a like, drop a subscribe, drop a comment. It helps my channel grow. It helps me buy more fragrances, and hopefully at the end of the day, hopefully it helps you decide which fragrance to get. Alright, so today we're comparing Dolce&Gabbana, the one EDP, versus Stronger With You by EMPORIO Armani. Now the reason for this comparison video is that both of these fragrances are aimed at the same vibe. Both of them are warm, spicy smelling fragrances with a nice vanilla ambery backbone to them. Both of them are just very nighttime oriented. Definitely great for date night, for cuddling, going out in the nighttime, cool weather, slightly warmer weather. Very nighttime dominant fragrances, and these are very soothing, very deep, very rich, and they're just very masculine as well. They have that masculine edge about them. So we're going to talk about Dolce&Gabbana, the one EDP first, just quickly run down its main attributes. So this one's mainly a tobacco fragrance. It's very rich, smooth, cozy, nothing off-putting about the tobacco, and that's because the tobacco has amber mixed into it with hints of cardamom. So that creates a very soothing, almost, it's like you're traveling in Mexico or Brazil, very like Southern America type vibe, very lively, very just fun and relaxing, basically a night out, It's that scent, you smell it and you automatically picture a night out. And it's also quite affordable. This 5 ounce only ran me about $60, guys. $60. Now there is a downside. The performance of this is generally not that strong, but for a date night fragrances, I think it's plenty enough for a date night fragrance. Reason being, date night fragrance, you want to be nice and close. You don't want to blast your date in the face with a lot of fragrance. So that's why I understand why Dolce & Gabbana kind of nuked the performance of this fragrance, just because this fragrance is fantastic for a night out, close encounter type of fragrance. Again, it has this masculine edge about it. It's dark, definitely not old man type vibes. It definitely has a modern young man twist in it, thanks to the ginger and the grapefruit in the opening notes. It's definitely well balanced for someone definitely in their mid-20s and up. Now, there is that performance issue that does come up. I wouldn't worry too much about it. Again, if you do 5 sprays, it's going to last you plenty for a date night, 4 to 5 hour date night. And if you get lucky, you go home, it will still be on your skin for that really close encounter, if you know what I mean. Now, let's talk about Stronger With You. Now, Stronger With You is, honestly, I think it's Giorgio Armani's or Emporio Armani's take on a popular fragrance by Maison Margiela, By the Fireplace. It has that same, cozy, toasted, hazelnut, marshmallow kind of vibe. But Stronger With You adds a hint of pepper to it. It adds a hint of pineapple and cinnamon to it that really gives it this crispness. It gives us this modernness. It gives it this splash, this sparkliness in it that Stronger With You does not have. So, to me, this one would be more modern smelling than something like By the Fireplace. Reason being, mainly, is because of that addition of the cardamom, the pink pepper, the pineapple. It just gives it that splash that really makes it more modern and makes it definitely more masculine leaning. So this fragrance, to me, if you smelled something like Azzaro, Wanted by the Night, or Code Perfumo, it tends to have that type of depth to it, that deep richness Now, I would have to say Stronger With You is definitely sweeter than Dolce & Gabbana. It definitely has that slightly synthetic sweetness like you get from an ultra male, but it's thankfully it's rounded out by the vanilla in it. So if you're not a big fan of synthetic type fragrances, then Stronger With You might not be the fragrance for you, because it does come off a bit synthetic in the beginning, but then as it dries down, it will be more smooth and more chestnutty and pineapple-y smelling. So if you definitely like pineapple in your fragrance for the nighttime, for the winter, Stronger With You is the one. Now, we all know Creed has a very, very prominent pineapple note. So if you like the type of vibe, I think Stronger With You would be a fantastic choice if you do like that very prominent sweet pineapple take. Now, it is very, very masculine as well, but I have smelled this fragrance on women as well, and it smells really good on them too. So it works for the ladies, but to me, it just, there's something that I think it's the melon or the cinnamon that give it this punch, this splash that just makes it, manly. So performance on Stronger With You, it's the opposite of Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP. Stronger With You, if you spray this on a date, it might be a bit too overpowering. If you go 5 sprays of Stronger With You on a date, it will definitely be overpowering. I reserve Stronger With You mainly for going out to the clubs in the winter time and in the fall time, because it has a fantastic projection. It will cut through a lot of scents. Whereas Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP, if you were to wear it in the nighttime at the clubs, it will not have that projection to cut through, other competing smells. Only if your date at the club is close to you, that's when your date will get a whiff of it. But Strong With You, man, this thing projects and projects. Definitely a strong 4 to 5 feet scent bubble around you. If you go 5 sprays, it just pops off your skin. And I've also had times where I would, go to the club, Strong With You, come back, forget to shower. I know, shame on me. And then in the morning, I still smell it on my skin. So it's definitely one of those fragrances like YSL IDP that has the performance. Now, if you're looking at these two fragrances and you want to get something that performs well, all right, Stronger With You for a 3.4 fluid ounce for around $81. Definitely more expensive than Dolce & Gabbana, but it has longer lasting performance. So in the end, it might just even out in terms of price, right? Because you might use up the entire bottle of Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP. At the same time, you might use up the bottle of Stronger With You if you were to, just judge them purely on performance. But a 5 ounce of Stronger With You will run you about $100. So if you're just talking about size to dollar ratio, Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP, it's going to be hard to beat that for the value. Now, for these fragrances, if you're just getting into fragrances and you want a date night fragrances that is more sweet, sweeter than something like a La Nuit de l'Homme, or something just more rich and deep than a Chanel Allure Eau Extreme, these two are fantastic starting points. Now, if you have a smaller budget, definitely pick up Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP. This one will not do you wrong. A lot of people swear by this fragrance. Either you love it or you hate it. Either you love that tobacco soothing note or you don't. It's really hit or miss with a lot of people, but because it's at an affordable price, you could pick it up. And if you don't like it, you can either refund it. Some places let you do that, or it's a smaller hit on your wallet and you could probably resell it. Whereas Stronger With You has this very, very strong candy-like pineapple-y smell that is, again, fantastic for the nighttime, fantastic for going out. Not necessarily an indoor type of fragrance, where if you just were to spray it with you and your date indoors, it might be a bit too much. But if you're looking for performance, projection, and a sweet smelling nighttime masculine fragrance. Stronger with You will not do you wrong. It is very, very good. There's nothing off-putting about it. There's no, cumin note like in Azaro, where some people might say it might smell like body odor. Nope, you don't get any of that with Stronger with You. You mainly get delicious, sweet pineapple and that nice semi-smoky, semi-peppery punch. It's just amazing. And vanilla. And we all know vanilla is a nice scent that the ladies love. So, that's all I really have, guys. Now, if I were to rate these fragrances from 1 to 10, Dolce & Gabbana, overall, if I think about the performance, the compliments, and the overall smell of it, it's a solid 6.5 out of 10. I'm only knocking points off because, again, if you were to put it up against something like Stronger with You, where it does have the performance, it does have the compliment factor, and it has the notes, Stronger with You is like a 8 when compared to Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP. If you're just comparing these two, right? The only reason why Stronger with You takes a hit is because it does smell a bit synthetic. Not a lot of people like that. But that's just my personal rating, right? If you like synthetic smelling scents, if you like that sweetness, you like the performance, Stronger with You could be a 10 for you, right? Whereas if you don't like the performance, but you like the natural smellingness of Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP, that could be a 10 for you. But for me, Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP, if I factor in the compliment factor, you know what? I forgot about the price. Let's bring in the price. Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP. If I bring in the compliment factor, 10 out of 10. Price, 10 out of 10. Longevity, 5 out of 10. That's around, 25 points divided by 3. It's around a 6.5 to a 7. So that's pretty good. And now we take Stronger with You to bring in the price. Average price, $100 for 30. For 3 fluid ounce. That's, you're talking about Chanel prices at that point. So I give it a 5. Performance, 10 out of 10. Compliment factor, 10 out of 10. What do you know? It comes back down to a 6.5 to a 7. So to me, these fragrances are equal. It just really depends on what you want more. Do you want more performance or do you want more close encounter? That's all I have, guys. Peace. Durkee Chan out.